Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and we're joined by Give and Take.
I'm so medium. I'm the medium guy ever. You've never seen anybody quite as normal as me.
Except, of course, for Ben Sains.
Dab.
And
I did it!
Remains.
An intro.
Have you guys heard about the little game called Minecraft?
I've heard
Minecraft.
There's been some rumblings in the ether, in the ether mod, available for version 1.12, but not higher than that. Welcome. I tried. It doesn't work. It doesn't work with the latest mods. They're fucking up over there.
Can we do what about what's that one? Is it Technic? Is Technic the one that has like all this weird technology
Technically.
Technic
it's
is the launcher.
I think.
No, Technic is the launcher.
Technic is
It's
like
a
an
launcher.
umbrella for a lot of mods. It used to be one mod.
Oh, okay.
I think you're thinking of Minecraft Industrial or something like
Oh,
that.
maybe
That's
that.
got like nuclear reactors
No,
and like.
I might be
apparently
because
shit.
I'm just remembering the old Yogscast series where they built like the Jaffa Cake factory and they used they used Technic and maybe some other mods I don't remember.
Mage, do you think we should like bring this up? Because I am kind of curious what the audience of the actual podcast
We should definitely
thinks.
bring it up.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah,
Like-
okay, well, let's just launch into it, lads.
We're
Okay,
changing
me
the
and Mage.
podcast to be a Minecraft Let's Play show.
Minecraft only, lads. From
Yeah.
now. Oh, what if the podcast was just us playing Minecraft while talking? Doable, literally doable. Okay,
No video.
not really. So we've been thinking, Mage and I, it was Mage's proposal about setting up a PCP Minecraft server for access for like patrons or something, and there's been a great deal of discussion about basically everyone thinks it'd be potentially a good idea, but the hot debate has been how to roll it out so as to not make it seem like weirdly expensive, and then also to make it accessible to people relatively easily. And oh boy, has there been some I don't know, struggles about what's the appropriate plan. Do we make like a separate Patreon just for that? Well, that doesn't really feel PCP-esque. Do we make it like a $7 tier? Well, now it seems like weirdly expensive and more pricey than the bonus episodes, which are probably more value. I don't know, it's complicated.
No, actually,
So,
all
what
of
do you
those
think?
sound like great values, and whichever one we decide on, you, the viewer, should be excited to participate.
If you
I
haven't
totally
checked
agree.
out the Heckles for Shekels live streams where we've been playing Minecraft, it'll be like that except in real life.
I love the idea of having our own server. Mage has been doing all the heavy work of like trying to experiment
Last 3
with it, get
days.
things installed. Yeah, she's been-
Nothing but Minecraft. Minecraft on the brain. I've been doing nothing but sleeping, eating, bathroom, and Minecraft making server.
So, you know, tragically, I tried to extend on Twitter. I put out a poll on the PCP thing saying, like, are you interested? I tried to make it as long as possible. It's going to end, like, the day before this episode goes out, so it's not quite open so people could hear it. We could theoretically do another one, but I would be very curious to hear people in the comments, if you're interested at all, what you have to think. Maybe I'll just literally do a second poll and be like, hey, guys, what do you think?
Well,
Given what we said in the episode.
Yeah, like
I don't
after
know.
this episode releases, we could make a poll with the options we have discussed in this episode.
Yeah, you know, why not? Literally, why not? We should do that. It's an ongoing discussion about what's the best plan. Because, I mean, yeah, go on.
Well, no, I'm just like how people pay is like I don't really mind. I'm sure they think like they care about like not paying too much. Obviously, I think the simplest one is just have it part of the $5 tier. So you get bonus episodes. You also get Minecraft.
I just think that if we do that, we will probably end up making very little money because probably most of the people that are going to sign up are going to be the people that already maybe have the $5 subscription.
And the thing about that makes a lot. Yeah, I agree. That's most of the people. There'd be some, and like it probably would help with like longer term. People would stay pledged to that. So it's a little hard to judge exactly how that would affect things long term. Munchie, for one, thinks that's a good idea. But I think what should be incorporated we'll get into some inside baseball because I find this stuff fascinating. The semi issue with that is like for Mage has been the one doing all the heavy lifting. She's gonna be the one running it if we get it off the ground and whatnot.
Until I lead the workers' revolution.
Of course. It's only fair that as someone doing a bunch of work on it, Mage gets like some cut of the earnings from it. If we just lump it into the $5 tier, I think it's only fair. I mean, really, no matter what we do, some amount of money that this thing's earning really should go to Mage. So that means at a minimum, let's say we make it part of the $5 tier, we absolutely should carve out some amount of payment per month to give to Mage.
Well, I mean, we should do the same thing we do with you. Like, you get like you get like a regular admin fee for like administrating the the PayPal account or whatever, and like doing all the like fucking
all the charting money,
all the
charting
stuff. We'll do that. And like how
Tom
Tom gets the fee for doing the iTunes stuff.
Right, but here's the thing about that. Because like we were saying, if we make it part of the $5 tier, I don't particularly expect things to rise that much. I'm sure it would go up some. I think that's definitely true. But would that even be enough to cover whatever potential fee that Mage is making for now doing the job? I mean
I don't know.
I'd probably, but like that sounds like a pretty slim margin.
I mean, it would depend on. It just depend. I don't know.
And think of like it's going to
also,
take Mage.
how much does it cost to run the server?
We're right now at $15 a month for it to be feasible.
Okay,
to, like, have a playable server.
It'll be that plus whatever we pay Mage for it. So we would need 7 more people to sign up for the $5 tier to cover that.
7? Wouldn't it just be 3? Oh wait, you mean because
I was assuming we were gonna pay Mage like $20 a month to administer the thing. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I mean something like that. But I don't. But think about like here's the other thing about it. What's my incentive? Let's just say, for example, let's say, or I don't know, anyone who doesn't play Minecraft that much who might want to do it. What's my incentive to spend time, dedicate time to this community if we don't already have like when you're on a PCP episode, you get a payment for that episode. There's an incentive there. If you're on a Heckles for Shekels, there's donations. There's an incentive to do that. What's the incentive to do this if we don't have like a separate thing carved out?
Well, I thought the idea was that we would play in the server on Shekels for Heckles.
That does make sense, and I think we should and could do that.
Like we would stream ourselves playing in it.
I could see that being kind of the way most of us play.
Yeah.
But like... Yeah, I mean, that does make sense.
I mean, I thought that was like the entire basis for the idea in the first place, was we should do Heckles for Shekels on our own server.
Yeah.
That is a decent idea. I mean, I stand by the other
You're the only one that
positions.
doesn't think that's how we're going to do it.
Well, I mean, look at Mage is the one who expects to play a decent amount. And I mean, like there's other things like managing the server regularly, managing like the community. She'll have to whitelist people who join because it's a private server and all that. I don't know, like working with the people on the game, organizing private. Like I don't really know what it would entail. I guess it could just be the Heckles for Shekels, and that's all that matters. But just consider the alternative, which is like this is the idea that I currently think is the best one. Yes, there's downsides, but it's still my favorite overall, which is a theoretical, totally separate Patreon. Because this is all new value being added. We could say it's like the PCP one. That's all fine. We could link to it in various places. And it's called, like, this is the PCP Minecraft Patreon. It's just a separate thing. And you pledge $3 or whatever, and you get access to the server. And you don't have to worry about it at all if you don't want to. All the costs now come out of the income from that, so nobody on the normal PCP loses any money. And in order not to fuck over anybody who's pledging like $10, I saw that like Kulik64 or whatever their name is.
Pizza
pledges
Chan.
10. Yeah, Pizza Chan. They're like, hey, I already pledged $10. Like, I want in. Like, I don't want to fuck over that guy or anybody pledging more.
Yeah.
So we could maybe just lump in for 10 or up people on the normal Patreon. They just get access to because they're already, doing good stuff. But like ideally, for everybody who wants a lower thing, it's just a separate thing, which I think is clean. And I feel like that guarantees
we already
more.
have a $10 tier, right?
Mm-hmm. We
what
do,
is it?
yeah.
What do you get? What do you get at $10? What's the bonus?
Literally nothing extra.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just nice people who want to support.
Why? I don't know. I mean,
well, let's examine the downsides of that.
Why not make it the $10 tier? Like, because there's already the $5
Okay.
tier that gets you the bonus episode. So it's not
Because,
like we're saying, hey, $10 to get into the server, because that's not all you're getting for 10, right?
Okay, but then consider this. Like, there might be some people who aren't particularly interested in the bonus episode, PCP in general. Like, on my side, at least, there are a few people that would like to play Minecraft with me, but they're not particularly into the PCP. So them asking them to pay $10 a month just for the server is not fair.
I know.
I don't think.
Or
I mean,
it's a
you're not
disincentive to
wrong.
people.
You're not wrong, but
I mean, it's a fair question. How many of those people are there? That is a reasonable question to ask.
I think that the people who would want to play in a PCP Minecraft server probably overlaps fairly heavily with people who would want to listen to the bonus episodes.
I agree. I agree. The question is how many people don't fit in that is my biggest question.
I think
because I don't know.
Well,
Maybe we can ask
I
on
would
a poll
imagine it's a
somehow,
minority.
you know?
Okay, but
maybe we'll do a poll specifically for that.
Now, I mean, there might be people who maybe have not pledged the $5 to listen to it. Maybe like they would listen to the bonus episodes, but they don't feel like pledging the $5.
Possible.
And I mean,
Possible.
that's fair and all.
Okay,
But I'll tell you-
just for those
yeah.
who are listening, me and Nate were planning to make if we're gonna make a separate Patreon, the fee for the Minecraft server a month is just $3. That's how we were planning it.
Yeah, we thought about some ideas. It seems like a $3 pledge. So like, yeah, let's do polls. We'll put some together. Would people? Okay, here's the other thing. We can ask people what they think, and this is true of me. This is true of every person on the planet. The consumer doesn't necessarily think in the same terms of like what would work best for the business.
Yeah,
you've got to be like.
I feel like making a second Patreon is really multiplying entities beyond necessity, splitting people's attention between two things in a way that I don't think is gonna be optimal. I really don't like that.
I already made a few
think that
points.
works best. Like from a purely logical perspective, like in terms of like perfect efficiency, yeah, I think it makes the most sense. But in terms of like how it'll actually work and how like people will actually engage with it, I don't think that's the right way to do it.
Well, let's just examine one other possibility, because you were saying make a $10 tier or lump it into that. That makes some sense. But we were thinking even going lower for like a $7 tier theoretically for doing that for. And we actually said $7.50 or something. So if we did that, that's actually you're paying less additional cost for that over. This is like the first proposal that we do, like a $7 thing or whatever. That was what I asked people in like the Discord server. So you're still getting the bonus episodes, and you're getting additional value that technically is cheaper than what you'd be paying for like the $3 on a theoretical new Patreon. But there's now the hurdle of this $750 mark, which is a psychologically sort of different thing that could, because when I asked people about this, again, this was fairly anecdotal. I only asked a couple of people. By the way, I hope this is interesting to people. I find it legitimately fascinating. I don't want to bore people.
I find it interesting.
I feel annoying? I was gonna say that like inside baseball can be fun, but I feel like we're so inside this baseball that people can't really relate at all.
Okay, but listen, like, I was in a podcast with Digi and Tom, and then talking about printing shirts for like half an hour, if not an hour.
I think some people really enjoy that. Others might find
but I feel like Minecraft is slightly catching more people than shirt printing.
Well, people like Digi quite a bit, and they get caught up in his zeitgeist.
Not me. Actually, that's not true. I felt the warm and fuzzies yesterday. Yeah. Digi made a pretty glowing tweet about my shit, which I don't want to get on the subject of that shit yet. We can talk about that after Minecraft.
Sure. I made a warm tweet.
You
not
also,
as glowing as
I
his,
felt the
but...
same. You also did, and I was
nice.
very happy.
So here, last thing I want to say, because people. When I propose like I
like talking. Okay,
yeah.
I enjoy this kind of inside baseball. Like, how much should we charge for stuff? How should we structure this? Because I think about this kind of thing all the time. Right?
Yeah, me too.
I think about I stress about like what is a good and ethical and effective business model. I fucking sweat this stuff.
I find this not funny at all. Just purely fascinating.
Yeah.
But my last point, just for people's consideration, for whatever they want to think of, that $750 model or whatever, a new tier essentially that's a Minecraft thing. Like when we proposed that, a lot of people, like in the Patreon server, I specifically went and asked people what they thought. They were like, "Ooh, it feels weird that we're paying more for a Minecraft thing than the bonus episodes. It's like there's a weird incentive to, or like you're saying it's valued more than the bonus episodes. And like ideally, if we were making a new Patreon from scratch, we might make this like the $3 tier that currently doesn't exist. But the fact, like, we're trying to work with a model that already exists. So, there's not really much of an option there.
We're not charging the more for the PCP server than for the bonus. We're charging more for both put together, which just seems like, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. But like people feel, and people say the thing. I mean, not everybody does the thing. Where I don't want
to shit on any of the commenters or anything.
Far.
But I mean, obviously, they're gonna be skewed in favor of the consumer, right?
Which
they're
is
gonna
what
want
we have to think about.
They're gonna want the greatest value for the consumer, and we, owning the means of production and being petty bourgeois that we are, we want to extract the most value from the proletariat, i.e. them, right? So, the class struggle continues.
There's another fascinating aspect to this that I think about. That's, consider the perspective of those who are the most into this idea and who likely will do the most work on it and stuff, who would want to benefit from it the most, versus someone like, just for example, Digi says, don't care, go for it, guys, do whatever you want. So, frankly, Digi doesn't really deserve to benefit particularly outside of the reality of, like...
Sure.
If I think it's fair that if this is a PCP branded Minecraft thing, I don't think it's crazy for some of that income to go toward, like, the overall PCP earnings. It's like part of the network or whatever, and I think it gets some benefit from that.
Some.
I put a pay model out to, like, the guys in the call here that I won't go into now. But it's like, if it's obviously Mage is the main one. She's doing the hard work. I plan on playing too. If those guys are like developing a community, they're playing with people, they're, I don't know, organizing games, they're doing fun things, they're the one like driving the incentive to play the game. That is a very different thing from someone like, Digi or maybe Munchie or other people who are too busy, not that interested or whatever, who are suggesting things like attaching it to the $5 one as opposed to making it like a $7.50 or a separate Patreon. Because those guys, they just want to not have to change anything, which I totally get, and they just want additional value being provided to what's already there because they benefit from that.
Sure.
Whereas, like, we want a separate thing where we can, have the profits there in a place where those who are working on it can receive that share, being sent to them in a clean way,
now,
like it would be in a separate
when
Patreon.
You say it like that, suddenly I'm thinking that maybe the separate model makes sense from a business perspective.
In some ways,
kind of. Okay, I'm coming around a little bit.
Maybe for fun we'll put out that poll.
I'm coming around a little bit. It's just that I feel like the numbers, I feel like it's not going to get. I don't know.
It depends.
I think that maybe a Patreon is not the right way to do it, and maybe there could maybe there's just a subscription service that lets you do a subscription.
There are like PayPal. You can do like a monthly PayPal subscription. It's just that Patreon makes it really easy to manage all that, which is kind of what it's for. But like I did the calculations. If they're doing if we're doing $3 pledges, we lose about 9% off. Like that's basically what we're paying them. 9% is not a huge amount.
Wait, through
amount.
Patreon?
Yeah, if we use Patreon, because that's the way they break it up.
Yeah, and, I know. Patreon sucks.
So, like, theoretically, if we made other people were saying this.
What?
If we attached it to our current Patreon and we just made it, like, instead of $5, now you pledge $7.50 or whatever, like, now that additional loss is lessened. So,
well, no, it's still 9% off of whatever additional money is made.
There's a couple reasons why that's not true, but the biggest one is because our PCP our PCP Patreon was made before the rates changed, so it's getting grandfathered in to the lower rates that are like 5% or something.
Really?
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh,
that's
secrets.
True.
Really?
It's really true,
I'm
you
shocked.
guys.
I am shocked.
So that's something. That's something. But I mean, if at the end of the day, if we can agree, I think it's kind of funny. We all agree, more or less, that this would be a benefit. There's some disagreement about what's the optimal way to do it, and those disagreements could lead to an impasse. If that theoretically happened, me and Mage are just going to make it on our own as a separate Patreon, and then we'll make it like effectively the same thing anyway. And whoever wants to participate.
As a person who delves in and out of like caring about Minecraft. I'm sure I'll play for a bit and then stop for months and months and months.
I
So
will,
I'm probably
Probably me
not gonna
too.
be like making a community there.
Well, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, for me,
Or whatever.
I like playing it on Shekels for Heckles. I'm not just gonna be playing it by myself. I'm gonna be playing it when you guys are playing, and probably when we stream it. That's what I'm interested in doing. I do
yeah,
like,
and that's
like
my
that.
primary goal too. Definitely. So it's all an experiment, and it'd be nice if we could figure out just some model to try, and then like if it works, great. If not, we can scrap it.
You viewer can make a name for yourself. You can be a star. You can be in the streams, right? You can be
That's
on our
exactly
screens
the
in
idea,
front of
Ben.
the 100 people.
Just
that
imagine the vision, Ben.
that
Imagine
watch our-
you open your
yeah.
capitalist heart and just imagine the vision. We're playing Shekels for Heckles. We're playing it right now. Let's say in this particular model, it's a separate Patreon or whatever. We're like, hey guys, we're having so much fun. We're doing our like weekly, bi-weekly, monthly stream or whatever. We've got this community going. You could join us right now and literally be on the stream if
could be
only you
on
cough
it.
up
You
those
could be
sweet
you could be in here
$3.
You could be griefing us right now.
Only for and $3 is a ledge I think most people are willing to hop.
Honestly,
I think that's a real sweet spot, you know.
Nate, I kind of think $3 is. I kind
Yeah?
of think that's lowballing it. Yeah,
Some people
that's-
said 3 to 5 and said like 3 was
I
like
think
the low
I think
angle.
5 is fair.
Maybe I don't know. I want to
I think-
talk
Okay,
numbers.
at the risk of sounding egotistic, right? I know we're not fucking. I don't know. We're not. I'm gonna fucking date
Albert
myself.
Einstein.
We're not the Yogscaster. We're not like a big like fucking network. We're not. We're just the PCP, right?
This
we're
could be
not
one way to
some.
grow though.
But But what I'm saying is, so I know it's not like, oh, you get to play with the prestigious members of the Pro Crastinators podcast. That's a value of at least $5. But at the same time, I mean, how much would entry into like any old fucking like private server cost? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to run your own. And
I feel like 3 is like so little, and like I feel like for what it is, you get a considerable amount of value. I don't know.
I mean, that's not untrue. And we're talking $5 a month. This is a pretty cheap, that's not a huge expenditure.
And I feel like most people who would be willing to part with $3 would probably be willing to part with 5. Like how much difference does that $2 make?
Because when we did the first poll, I said like $7 on the Patreon for it, and people were like, "That seems like too much." But really, like psychologically, if you just make it a separate payment of $5, a lot of people will think that's less, even though theoretically they might be paying more for less value than that $7 pledge if they patron for the bonus episode.
I kind of
and
think rolling it into the $10 tier makes sense.
I
No.
mean, I get the idea. Like, for business reasons, I really like the idea of, like, a clean, separate way to manage how much money is coming for that specifically. But,
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, the idea of doing both so that, like,
what
and
appeals
$10
to me,
people
what
have
appeals to
access
me
to
about that is just that it makes
Yeah.
it really clear on our end, like what value is being added by this particular aspect versus
You know what I
everything
want?
else.
What I want is, I desperately want the ability for people to be able to choose. If they want both, $10 on our Patreon. If they just care about Minecraft or whatever, just $5 somewhere separately. They don't have to fuck around with both. That would be a pretty swell deal. Wait a minute, Brain Blast. Is it possible to have 2 alternate $5 tiers where you... Okay, that
Yes,
sounds like we're getting nice and
I had that
crazy.
brain blast and everyone said it was stupid.
I don't
think
I
it is
don't think you
stupid.
can do that on Patreon, but I
Can you
don't
not?
know.
Well, you can have a $5.01.
It's just that, like, practically
true.
speaking, if you're pledging $5 for one, I think you can go in and like change what your pledge thing is at some point. And we all know accessing the bonus episodes is not as hard as we would like if you're heavily motivated to do so, especially if you
No,
are
that's
pledging that
playing
already.
to lose. That's playing to lose. We can't acknowledge that.
Fair.
Edit that. Oblivion
Whoever.
Fall. Edit. Oh wait, shit. Oblivion
yeah.
Fall's dead.
By the way, were people confused? Oblivion Fall has retired in good spirits, and
Yes,
it's all
he
I
said-
think we just haven't said it out loud. So
we haven't
nobody-
said it.
literally
Was
went
it
into it
because
last
was it
episode.
because the
Did we
school
not?
year started?
No.
No,
He's
no,
just
no.
been super busy the whole time with other
Okay.
work, and so
he
he
has
he
an
was putting in-
animation work thing.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, he was putting in like 16 hours of work on each episode, which is like
was working real
so
hard.
much more than any
Ben,
of us ever did.
I'm curious, Ben, on your
Embarrassing.
edits, when you
Yeah.
do... Yeah, I'm really embarrassed for you, Oblivion. That really sucks to be
No,
you.
that's not what I meant. I meant for us. Okay.
When you were doing your, like, edits with, like, the art stuff, like, how many hours would you say that was
Okay.
related to?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like on the ones with the moving mouths?
Yeah.
Okay, that did... Well, okay. Yeah, that did take a lot of time, but I think that was mostly just hassle. It wasn't that I was like doing like 16 hours of solid like creative work generating that. I was spending like it would be a days-long process of like getting it to render, like having something fail during the render, like having to try it again, like, you know, waiting for processing to finish and stuff, like, you know, dealing with errors, having to redo stuff.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, on those I probably did put in like maybe a similar amount of time, but just because of like fucking faulty hardware and not knowing what the fuck I was doing with like
which I presume Oblivion did not
Adobe
have the
Premiere
issues
and yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. God, I'm gonna fucking miss him. But we're gonna get a new editor at some point. Oblivion, I love you. You do great work. You were so good. We'll get somebody who...
He gay.
Yeah,
No.
that's fair. Well, whatever. I don't know. We'll put out some polls in the description. Vote on Minecraft things. I don't know if we do them. We'll figure something out. Don't worry. Have no fear. And just voice off if you're interested in general, because I want to know. I want to know how many people are into it. Anything else to say on the subject? I'm spent, I think.
I'm excited for the glorious future of Bouffalanttopia.
Indeed. Well, we might need to make a new land with. I mean, are there going to be Bouffalants in our new location, wherever that happens to be? I don't know. We'll have to find out.
All right, we can send our old Bouffalants to the glue factory and get some new ones.
Indeed.
Oh,
all right.
The new one will be called Bouffalanttopia.
Ooh. I love Bouffalanttopia. It organically grew. The people there are helpful and cool.
I was
like
next stream we gotta burn it all down.
I was filled with such pride. I was filled with pride as I was getting up there on the scaffold and making the sign. I was like, yes, this is gonna be the mark of a new civilization. People from miles around will see the Bouffalanttopia sign lit up in the night sky and say, I wonder what the fuck is going on over there.
Whenever this happens and we migrate to our new server, we should burn the whole place down so no one can enjoy it.
With our Bouffalant, trap our Bouffalants inside. They have to go down with the ship.
It's the right thing to do. Okay, let's move on. What else is going on in your lives, everybody?
I got my...
Oh yeah, talk about your stuff.
Got my fucking Kickstarter running.
Ben was gonna find me about Minecraft something.
Oh, I kind of already... Well, yeah, well, you know, you're gonna be the mod or whatever, right? Because you're creating the thing, and that's fine for now. But like once that's all established, you know, it's not going to be acceptable anymore for you to own the means of production. Right. We're gonna have to have mutual ownership. So we are going to fucking fucking workers' revolution.
Can we get a mod to create guillotines in Minecraft? That's got to be in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And then when Ben crafts that, soon he himself will be on the gallows as, you know, the new guy in charge. Just as, what happened to what's-his-face?
It's the circle of life.
It has to happen to all of us eventually.
Ben, talk about Vapors.
Yes, the Vapors 2 Kickstarter is going right now, and that's what I was talking about before. Digi and Nate and Hippo, and I think everyone's retweeting my shit and making nice tweets saying it's a great value, which it is. Incredible value on offer at kickstarter.com/project/bensaint/vapors2. Link in the doobly-doo in the down there part. It's gone good. We're on the third day and we're past $4,000. We're at $4,100 right now.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the target?
It's outpacing the last one. The initial target was $2,586. So
you're done. You win. You already won.
I did. I passed it like early into the second day.
And the stretch goal was 4,000. So you already got that as well.
Yeah, the stretch goal was to pay for the extra pages and paying all the guest artists, which are, I will list them off right now. The people doing guest art for the Vaporettes are Hypocrite, Munchie wears tiny hats.
Who's that?
I don't know. Nobody. Hypocrite, Munchie wears tiny hats. Nexus Mania, Cheesy Manfredo, Jade Moreau, and I'm forgetting someone. Who am I forgetting?
You're forgetting fucking, goddamn
Kazzy,
that's right.
Yes, Kazzy Snap. It's gonna be fucking cool.
More like Kazi snap her fucking neck when she
it's-
does
I-
this
it's-
shit.
I realized that chapter 2 is actually a lot shorter than chapter 1, but I still wanted to make it its own book, so I thought I would just write a whole bunch of scripts and like pay a bunch of good artists to like, you know, make like more, because like the first one had a couple of, it had maybe like actually it probably had like 16 17 pages of bonus content, because Munchies was like 11 pages long. This one I kind of was expecting maybe each vaporette to be like 3 to 5 to maybe 7 tops, so 6 of those there might be like 20 or 30 bonus pages in there that are not on the internet. They're not even made yet. No one will have seen them.
You know, Ben,
but I wanted to fill it out. I wanted to fill that page count out, so it's not like half the size of the first one. You know, I want that. I'm consumer advocacy is what I'm doing.
Ben, you know I hate you.
Yeah.
And you know I don't respect you.
That's
but
right.
I think if I can, okay, I have to have this infinite jest pin to go with my Poobah pin.
Yeah.
There's no question. So I think, God, I don't know. I'm looking at these amazing reward tiers with these incredible benefits. I think
I know.
I have to go
Tell me about it.
for the $150 tier. Maybe I'll see
No
if Michelle wants to split
fucking
it.
way.
Because I mean, I have to have a pin. I
That's
know
epic.
Michelle's gonna want a pin too, and if we
Yeah.
get 3 pins from that, and then I have some spare Poobahs if I lose them someday. I want to have that. So maybe me and Michelle can split the $150 one, and
You'll have
the books. You know,
the $150 one is like it's pretty good. It's a pretty good value. What do you get? Like you get
signed Papers
you
Due
get
comic,
the signed
3.
copy, which I'll I'll do a drawing for you in there. Just write you a
Sick.
message and stuff to personalize, and then you get 3 copies of Vapor 1, 3 copies of Vapor 2, 3 Poobah pins, 3 Infinite Jest pins. That's it's epic. And so I don't know. I'm thinking about. So yeah, we passed the reward tier or the stretch goal for how to afford, the guest art and stuff, paying for the extra pages. By the way, it's not a flat amount. I'm gonna give the all the guest artists are gonna get they're gonna get like a cut of each copy of Vapors. I decided that like 50 cents per issue of Vapors 2 per person with the 6, so that means $3 total.
Yeah.
But like 50 cents to each guest artist per copy of Vapors 2. Last time there was like a little over 200, so that would, if we do the same numbers, that would be
$100
like $100
right?
to each of them. But if we go higher than that, it'll be more. That's
Fantastic.
the plan. Also,
Great.
I want to say everyone agreed to do it for free, and then I was like, actually, I want to pay you.
That's
here's how-
the right thing to do.
So here's how, because I don't want to
you
be
don't
a
wanna
Dr.
be a real
Wolf.
Dr. Wolf
I don't want to
out
be a
there.
Dr. Wolf about
Yes.
this.
I'm looking forward to seeing the script. I haven't seen it yet.
I have like 4 of them done. I gave one to
Did you
I
write
gave
them with people in mind, Ben, thinking of their particular artistic senses, or
kinda a little bit.
Okay.
Not exactly, but I did kind of think like, oh, what would be a good one for like so and so. So I did write one that I thought Cheesy would be the most suited for. So I gave him that. But all the other ones I'm just gonna let people choose, and But there's like 2 of them that I keep like thinking like, should I rewrite that? And I don't know. So just I got to do that, and then I can be like,
are
here,
you a
pick,
Tarantino
pick.
with these? Do you accept creative changes if they think that something would be better in
To an extent, I probably
mean,
would, yeah.
Okay.
The drawings are gonna be like creative changes just inherently.
I mean, Munchies was in high school and it was not supposed to be, right? So there was a change right there.
That's fine though. That's fine.
That was good. That was good stuff. I like that lore expansion.
Yeah, no, whatever. I want everyone to get creative like that.
Ben, have you
one
thought-
video?
I'm just curious, like yes, like those guys. Have
Those
you,
guys.
in any way, incorporated things that people have produced in the Vaporettes? Like I'm thinking of like the background characters that like Munchie put into some of them. Have those in any way become canon, or you want to do more with? I'm just curious if the lore is expanded due to the Vaporettes in any meaningful way, or a small way. I don't know.
That's a very specific question, and the answer is no.
Okay, great.
but the
Maybe
new
one day.
Vaporettes do expand the lore. Hey,
Sick.
you want to know something? You'll learn about in the Vaporettes in this issue?
Yes.
Magda and Vincent's parents.
Oh no.
Incredible.
Oh my god.
Silver screen, silver tongue, I mean,
Yes.
silver platter. I can't wait to meet all the siblings. It's going to be great.
Exactly.
Wait, what's the other one? There was another one.
Silver lining.
No, well, oh yeah, Silver Lining's the good. Oh yeah, Silver Spoon is the other one.
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
the canon one.
That's the family. Wait, no, silver. Yeah, silver screen, silver
Tongue.
Yeah, Tongue was the dad.
Yeah,
yes.
That's right.
By the way, for anyone who
perhaps,
doesn't know, these are our fan characters of the extended family of Silver Spoon. From
Literally the greatest OCs in the game.
They were.
Silver Lining. So
Silver
good
Lining
of a
and the Silver
he
family.
Deserves his own comic series.
Can we
I
just go
absolutely
delve into
love
this?
all
'Cause I'm
those
so
silver
fucking proud of these.
puns.
I'm so fucking proud of these. Silver
Sure.
Lining, like they're all evil. Silver
Wait,
Tongue.
so back up. So you start with Silver Spoon, the character, of course, from My Little Pony.
She's like the bully. She's like the lackey to Diamond Tiara.
Clearly a rich kid with the silver spoon, obviously.
Yeah. Her whole family's evil. Her dad is like a slick lawyer named Silver Tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom is like an old like screen actress or something, a retired actress named Silver Screen. Her brother is a spoiled, snotty little bastard named Silver Platter. But she's got one good brother, the one good egg in the bunch, who's called Silver Lining, who always sees the bright side.
Incredible.
It's
He's-
so
he's-
good.
And he himself
is a
is
little
the silver
cloud
lining
with
of the
that.
family.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Oh, that's true. Damn, that's deep lore.
And
And,
he's-
also Horse Fister. Who could forget Horse Fister?
and his cutie mark is a cloud, but there's just a little bit of sun poking out behind it.
It's
I know.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
I'm a genius.
Max revived T-Bap immediately.
Epic.
As you can see in the famous video, thank you, KP. Check it out now on tbap.com or whatever.
I need to So I've been spamming Magi-chan Sonichu on Twitter, trying to get him to retweet the Vapors link.
Right.
I think he's my best shot at an endorsement. I don't know. I want to. Oh,
you should have got him while he was possessing Chris's body, and that would have been an easy retweet, right?
Well, he's in the real world physically now.
Didn't that? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
He's
right.
he like just yesterday he made the full physical transition to Dimension 1218.
Finally.
I know. And he says in his tweets, like, if you see like a weird purple somewhere, that's me. Like, I'm
All right.
watching you.
That could be Mage
Just
also.
just
if
a
you see some
weird purple,
out
like
there.
anything.
Okay. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I had this idea, and I don't know when I'll do this, but I am going to do this as a. Oh wait, sorry. I want to talk about stretch goals. Last time for the stretch goals, one of the stretch goals was the cardstock cover. I was looking at the copies, and the cardstock cover. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. So what I did was I ordered 2 more test copies of Vapors 2 with different covers, the glossy covers, just to see if they're better or worse. So I'm just going to, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that stretch goal or not, because I want to compare the other options and see if it's actually worth like the extra cost. But what I am going to do is one of my stretch goals, I'm going to implement communism.
Okay.
I'm going to make communism real.
Ooh,
What
I'm
does
gonna
that mean?
retract my
What does that
pledge
mean, you
real
ask?
quick.
At whatever level I decide to do it, it's going to be, if we hit this goal, I'm going to redistribute the wealth, and everyone who's getting a package of any kind, I'm just going to give you $1. I'm just going to put a fucking dollar bill in your envelope.
It's like Yang, but a slightly more modest.
It's like Yang, but better, because you get it in a cool black envelope.
I
That's
do want that
nice.
envelope.
It's you know what it's like? It's like, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. Everyone's
wait.
ability is to buy whatever shit they can afford on my Vapors 2 Kickstarter. And what do they need? They all need the dollar, that's what they need. And so they're all
Ben,
gonna, and that's what they're all gonna get.
What about people who are pledging with currencies from outside the US?
They will receive a $1 United States dollar.
Okay, I'll put it on my wall.
Epic. And I'll
$1
probably
from
write
Ben
like
Saint.
Vote Bernie on it or something.
Lol.
Yeah, if you sign the $1, then I'll keep it.
Yeah, I probably will. Maybe. Or maybe you just want to spend it. Maybe you just want to treat it as a rebate. I don't know.
You know,
I don't know how to
didn't
spend
get
American
the,
money.
The first one, I was tempted to get it because I always did want a copy of this. I think that because you just gave me a pin, because it was nice of you, and you just had extras, and I wanted one. That I probably would have pledged if it wasn't for that, but I'll definitely pledge it this time.
God damn it.
I know.
Terrible.
Don't do that again. In fact,
Okay.
if you could just like send me an infinite jest pin,
In
we
fact,
could just like.
Okay, so what you're saying, Nate, is that I should never do you any favors ever again.
I mean, it disincentivizes me to use money to achieve those same goals. Absolutely, yeah.
This is why capitalism doesn't work, but go on.
This is just worth the value. I think I want the books. I want the thing. If I get them for free, great. This is my approach to life. But if I have to pay for them, then I will.
Dab. Cool. Cool. I was thinking, you know what I could do as like another, maybe if the thing goes really well, like maybe if we went like really high, like I don't know, like $10,000 or something.
Yeah.
What I could maybe do, and this is possible, I could do basically the communism thing, but instead of with money, I could just make another pin and just everyone gets an extra pin.
I want those damn pins. They're the
not
best
secret
an
extra
adjustment.
pin.
I was thinking maybe like the Saint Heart pin, which I've been kind of meaning to make for a while, and it would be a black pin with a silver border, but like the white heart logo with like the rays coming out of it. It would just be that in silver. That would be I could make that. And like if we hit a tier like that, it would not be out of the realm. It would not be unaffordable for me to just like make a run of like 200 or however many, and just everyone gets one for free.
Yo, that would be great, and sick Undertale reference, dude. Like
sick
totally
Undertale
dope.
reference.
Way to go.
I just think that would look really cool in silver. I don't know. I was thinking of making those pins, but then I was like, when would I ever sell them? I don't know. Maybe now. Maybe now's the time. What am I waiting for?
The thing,
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
it does sound really cool. The thing that annoys me about pins, though, is I don't have like things I can put them on, and that I could like. You need like a rucksack, and I don't really have a rucksack.
Well, you
for
know,
that.
I've said this before. Actually, they're not there right. I think I put them on the floor just now. But right next to my desk, I have my printer. On my printer, I keep my Radcon 3 pin and my Poobah pin, and they're always pointed at me, and I get so much joy just looking over at those because they really are tangible, little physical. It's the same reason people buy like trinkets probably when they go on vacation, but these are so much more because these are like, this is what me and my friends have accomplished. These little physical things remind me that like when you really put your effort into something, when you really try, you can do great things, and this is just a little reminder. And those they give me a disproportionate amount of pleasure. You know, I think her name's Marie Kondo, that lady who wrote the book about wanting to be clean and wanting everything to be nice and tidy. The simple joy of tidying up, whatever that is. She says.
Never read it.
Anyone
obviously.
know this? Okay, people will know what I'm talking about. She's the cute little Japanese lady who loves tidying up. And Michelle's been reading her books and looking into her stuff, and she's been getting me into it too. And Marie Kondo, or whatever her name is, if I'm fucking it up, my bad, she says, like, what's the point in owning things if they don't, and this is the quote, it's everything you own should spark joy. If you own things that don't spark joy, literally, why do you own them? Throw them in the trash. Those pins, and in fact, I have my little slime core pins that I made sitting next to me too from BronyCon and stuff.
Yeah.
They spark so much joy in me just to look over at them.
Mine disintegrated.
Mine are breaking down, but they still are alive.
Mine is pretty fucked up, but it's hanging in there.
There you go. I would love metal pins of those one day.
At some point we are going to do. It might be its own thing, or it might be as part of another campaign. But we are gonna do a RFCK pin Kickstarter. We're gonna have a Cop Killer pin. We're gonna have a Rowdy Fucker pin. We're gonna have a Slime Core pin. We're gonna have a Have you seen the Podrin pin that I designed?
No. Does it look like a Max Revive?
No. It looks like it's cool looking. I
link it in the show notes or something. So we are in the description.
All right, yeah, I can find it in a minute. But like,
sick.
we're gonna do. Here's the thing, and like, this is not insurmountable, right? We can get, but for some reason, and it's not just Enamel Pin Factory. It seems like every company is like this. Companies have such a hard time printing green. Like green is like just yeah. So like, I mean, it's not. It doesn't.
That's rough.
Like
for all the slime boys.
We could still do it, but like the options are limited. Like they don't have like a really like bright neon green like I would really like to see. They just don't. So many companies they just don't have that, which is really a shame because that's like the most important one. Yeah. They're canon. These are pins that exist in the universe already, and of course people want them, especially me, who's the prime example. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I don't know, but whatever. I worked around it. I managed to make some pin design, like the Podrin pin. I managed to make it look good in spite of that. I don't know. Excellent. Anyway, but yeah, that's a thing. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to find it right now. Yeah, no rush. Well, so that's what's up. That's what's up with that. Dope. 28 days to go. 23 from when you're hearing this, I think. We 101 backers right now. If we could quintuple that,
That'd be good.
But between when you hear this and next week, right? Goal from when you hear this to when for 1 week from today, listeners, 200 or bust. Let's make communism real, everybody.
Seems doable, and it's had a great success record in the past, so I'm looking forward to it. Debunked. All right. Well, lads, okay, what's next? What else we got going on?
I have been feeling very musical lately. I've been deep into jazz fusion and cool bands online. And I'm gonna put this here. Snarky Puppy is a great band I've heard. I don't really have much to say. I just love instrumentation. I just love musicians who are good with instruments, and I hate lyrics. Lyrics bad. Instruments really funny. And my favorite thing.
Most people know you as the dad rock guy when it comes to music. I mean, at least I do. I don't know how pervasive that is.
There's the Podron.
Oh, there's the Podron. Oh,
it's pretty neat, huh? It's pretty neat. Yeah. Okay.
But it was funny. I mean, my main exposure to jazz, I've listened to some. My dad listened to smooth jazz, whatever. But like watching Whiplash, it's just very funny watching these jazz musicians just roast. They're like, yeah, you could be a real musician or you could go be in a rock band. Lol. I mean, okay, I guess you could call that music. And I mean, it's
now
true.
That's what I call music.
I mean, it's not even that like rock music is worse. Like, it's just that a lot of the point of all this jazz stuff is that musicians being like so into like all the cool things you can possibly do with an instrument, and then grooving and jiving and jibbing and jabbing.
Yeah.
And it's all about the groove. It's all about the sort of like sweet solo that makes your face scrunch up like you bit into a lemon, and it's just sort of like, oh yeah, ooh, like crazy sort of stuff. And rock is more about, well, I mean, it's very like rock is a huge genre spanning so many things, but like a lot of music that has lyrics and is like less music, like instrument-y,
oh yeah,
is still like good. It's just there's a certain level of like bliss and like euphoria you get from hearing a brilliant musician, nay, a huge band of brilliant musicians all performing incredibly well together, and it's just so tight, you just can't get that feeling anywhere else.
This should tell you evidence that like even I can play some guitar, and I pluck my sixth string every once in a while. But, like, when the idea comes up of, like, just jamming, no. I've memorized my songs. I've memorized specific chords. Do not ask me to go outside or to improvise. Can't do it. We'll cry.
Yes, I mean, here's another song. Vulfpeck, really great band. Very funny guys.
Yeah.
They do a lot of funky stuff. This Dean Town's very popular. And the bass line to this is, like, overly complex, and I'm not like
Is
good...
it as good as Monsters, Inc. opening bass line, though?
You know, that's a pretty good one. I kind of like that one as well. I'll learn that one, too. But if you listen to this, like, the bass line is, like, 18 bars long or something, like, before it loops. It's just really complex, and I've really enjoyed the past few days just learning it, and trying to match the speed at which the Joe Dart, the bassist, plays it, because he's really good. And I'm so wrapped up in like getting that right that like I'm not like a jam musician. I know a bit, I know a few chords, I know some scales, but I couldn't probably do much more than like a very simple like rock solo in E. Just like just go up there like and then go back to normal chords, because it's a world that I can't possibly reach at the moment with the amount of practice I put in, but I appreciate it so much knowing how much more practice I would need to do to get there. It's just so fucking good.
You know, I saw an interview once with what's the guy, the drummer from Nirvana who started Foo Fighters?
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl, yes. I saw an interview with him and Kyle Gass of Tenacious D, you know, Jack Black's buddy, and he was it was like the most eye-opening experience I had about like the levels of musician, because obviously Dave Grohl, seasoned veteran, he's a true pro, but he does like big, you know,
and
rock
then Kyle
anthems and
Gass,
stuff.
total hack, total amateur,
Kyle
literal
Gass is
nobody.
he's like a professionally classically trained guitarist, I think, who then went on to do.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But he like allegedly he was the one who, what was it? I think him and Jack Black when they met. Jack Black taught Kyle Gass quote how to act. Kyle taught Jack quote how to play guitar or like something like that, and they formed that thing. In this interview though, it was Dave Grohl. I'll see if I can find it because it's popular. It's a well-known one. Like Dave Grohl's just breaking down. He's like, yeah, like I only write hits. This is what I do. I only write hits because like I just understand what my audience wants. They want. And he's just like most white people. They dance to the lyrics. Like this is my this is what people sell. This is what people buy.
They dance to the lyrics. What
That's
does that
what he
mean?
said. White people dance to the lyrics, and this is the
that,
main market.
What does that mean?
He's saying that like they don't, the demographic that consume his music, they are looking for like catchy, repetitive lyrics that they can get into because this group does not like vibe with the music the way like I don't know, probably in contrast to like black communities or whatever, get into like deep jam jazzy shit. I don't know. This is the point he was making.
That is so weird.
But think about it though.
But
like,
I kind of get it. But
yeah,
that is such a strange thought.
When he framed it that way, I found that an extremely eye-opening quote, and I was like, I mean, thinking about like what do I like? I don't know. I went to a concert of fucking Incubus way back in the day, and they're playing like Animali. That song is like fucking brain blaster, hard hitting. It's what I mosh and got punched in the face while I was dancing to that song. And like, yeah. I mean, I love the rock souls and stuff, but I definitely see the point he was making. So all this is to say, like, different people have different appreciations for, like, what layers of music, and rock songs are, like, repetitive on purpose. They're designed to be that way, so they're kind of, like, addictive, and you want that big coom, which is a different appreciation from, like, appreciating a really well put together, like, solo that's just instrumental. And I don't know.
I mean,
these things I don't really.
A lot
understand.
of rock songs have that, like the different, like the non-repetitive and the intricate solo stuff. Like it's not like
It's a
rock
matter of
can be
degrees.
defined as like one thing.
I mean, like prog rock is getting progressively more jazzy. Like I love Pink Floyd solos and like Crazy Diamond and stuff. So, I get it. But like, just for example, for Foo Fighters. Those guys have some solos, but they're mostly, you know.
What would you describe them? I'm not savvy on all the genre names. And
I might even say
I'm sure people in the comments would know, but like, what would they're not?
I mean,
pop
Digi could give you a fucking
rock.
paragraph
They're grunge,
about it. I'm sure.
Pop grunge or something.
Pop grunge, like pop rock, hard rock. Like no band is any one thing. They're all like a mix and a fusion. So something in there, but they're not Pink Floyd. They're not Snarky Puppy. You know, they're a particular thing they're going for, and it's by design. Dave Grohl's like, yeah, like I'm trying to be popular and appeal to this demographic, so I construct my songs in this particular way. And it like watching Whiplash, I mean, or anything about jazz, it's funny because like it's, you know what it's kind of like? Okay, now guys, you're gonna understand the point I'm making. It's like video games. Okay, now
Oh my God.
My ears perked up. Now I'm in.
I like video games.
See, I knew it. It's like jazz music is for basically just like the refined palate. So for guys like me, I mean, people might like shit on a game like, I don't know, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for, I don't know, being too waifu bait, being too blah, 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 whatever. But that game has incredibly refined and beautiful movement mechanics that like a connoisseur of Metroidvanias such as myself finds to be basically the pinnacle. Now, other people can prefer exploration, and there are like specific things that you want to get out of different games. Like, for example, I just did a rant on my stream yesterday about how Metal Gear Solid 5 was a catastrophic failure in many ways story-wise, but the mechanics of that game are so satisfying, and I love just physically playing it that, you know, there's things to appreciate. So, like, your jazz is a more complicated, intricate, you have to commit more to it and kind of study it a little bit to get more out of it, whereas
I don't
pop
know.
rock
I
stuff
mean,
is less so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe less so, I'm sure. But there's definitely jazz I've heard that is, like, really, really funny in how stupid it is. And how, like, people people like they're improvising and they're going into weird keys. They're so weird that it can't possibly be. I can't jive to this noise, all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen to Trout Mask Replica. That's one of the famous ones by what's his face? Shit, I can't remember his name. Mr. Meatman.
Dizzy Gillespie.
Mr. Meatman. Be me.
What's that fucking guy's name? It's
I just like
Captain
saying his name.
Beefheart. Captain Beefheart,
like when he
aka
says
Mr.
his name.
Meatman. Same guy. Yeah.
But
Beefheart is
Whoa, he's been reincarnated.
amazing.
but like, I feel like there's this. It's like with a lot of things. Like the more like quote unquote intricate and difficult and like skilled you need to be to play a certain thing, or to like. The more brain cells you need to appreciate Rick and Morty, like the more elitist people get about it being gooder than the things that they used to like, which were less good. And I just want to say that jazz is fucking sick, but that doesn't mean that pop music isn't, and rock music isn't. It's just all good if you like it.
Indeed.
It's good if you like it.
It's good if you like it, but please listen to Vulfpeck. You'll know if you like it once you listen to Deantown. You're like, if you're
There's
bopping
a
your
song.
head and you're twitching your toes.
There's a song I heard. Like
Then
a
you
live
should probably
performance.
see a doctor. See a
Guys,
neurologist.
how do you feel about like songs that I would consider like earworms? Like you hate them, but like you can't stop listening to them, or like you like them and you can't stop listening to them to the point where you hate them.
It is what it is.
There have
Well,
been.
I love
those-
Avril Lavigne.
Who doesn't?
there have been those, like-
arigato, kawaii.
There was
Hell
this
yeah.
song recently that was earwormed back into my brain from like a few years ago by Alicia Dixon or something. Which is like, does he brush up? No, he doesn't brush up. Does he
Oh, I
clean
know
up?
that.
No, he doesn't clean up. Does he wash
Is that
up?
song
No, he
about
doesn't wash
me?
up. He does nothing. The boy does nothing. It's just like a really annoying song about her complaining about how her boyfriend is stinky, and it was really popular for a little bit there. And I just remembered it. I was like,
Dude, I bet
oh
he
god, not
gaslights
her,
her
not
hard.
that
Hell yeah,
stupid
dude.
song. That sucks.
Oh, no,
Fucking
he doesn't
sucks.
gaslight her. He just body gas, with like his odor.
He just regular gasses her.
Just oh god, Holocaust
dab.
joke. I'm not gonna make it. Somebody else
I
make
was
it.
thinking sleeping gas, but okay, fair enough.
Oh.
I was thinking laughing gas because it's funny.
Yeah.
But like that got in my head and it was annoying for a bit, but it didn't really stay because I don't know. I had other music in my periphery to listen to.
I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I'm not gonna say who, but they might be listening to this right now. and I'm
Hello,
sure they'll
this
be more-
unnamed friend.
I'm sure they'll be mortified. So I apologize for that. But your secret's safe. And this person was telling me about some of their personal problems, about some of their life. And I said, I think this is literally the plot of an Avril Lavigne song. And it was
So
true.
now I understand it and can relate.
They were literally describing what is being described in the lyrics of "Complicated," and they were
I was just
horrified.
listening to that song the other day
that's
for
a universal
personal
anthem
reasons.
for human
It's a
relationships.
it's a good fucking song. I'll stand by it. I will stand by "Complicated."
I was hoping
As a
you were
good
going to say
pop
Skater
jam.
Boy. Now that's a tale
No,
as
I
old as
wish.
time.
No, I wish. No, they were this is literally the plot of that kawaii song.
Which is just about loving Hello Kitty,
Yep.
which we all relate to, of course.
Speaking of Hello Kitty,
Yeah, speaking of Hello Kitty.
Excellent.
Mage's cat, the star of the show.
He
Welcome.
likes to announce when he arrives. What can I do?
I'm home, Luigi. I'm home. He
Basically.
says.
Big Dick is back
Wait.
in town.
Is his name Lulu?
Lullaby, but Lulu for
Lullaby.
short.
Okay, yeah. I was close. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Got it
Well,
in
I-
one,
Didn't
baby.
Digi have a cat called Lala?
After
Yeah.
Kilala from Inuyasha, yeah.
Lala
like
was
Lala-
okay. So I
Lulu and Luna.
famously railed against Lala in the Sonichu lecture, right?
Yeah.
There were a lot of comments for a while being like, "Why is he yelling at the cat?"
That was
Answer because
annoying.
I need my fucking personal space.
Yeah.
But Lala is the best cat that I've ever lived with, and the
Yeah.
reason why I wouldn't want a cat, but if I got one, I would want it to be like Lala. I could deal with it because Lala just fucked off. Lala you didn't need to feed Lala. She just hung out outside, climbed on the roof, hunted her own food. Didn't need you for anything.
Hunted her own food too? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She caught a flying squirrel out of the air.
Oh my god! Fuck
and then
yeah.
and then ripped it in half and left it on the back porch.
Did you see this happen?
I did not see it happen, but Digi said that he had seen it happen, I think, and I saw the corpse. I saw the corpse that she had left.
Right out of the air. She jumped from the ground.
First I saw it
Straight
intact,
up.
then I came back later and saw the same corpse torn in half.
Damn.
Lala was great. Except for when she wouldn't fucking leave me alone in the lecture.
She liked you.
Do you not like
Maybe.
cats like coming close?
Well,
I don't mind it particularly.
I mean, during the lecture,
it
we need to
depends
walk
on the
around.
cat.
You're trying to do something, you know. You don't want your. I mean, I remember the cat was on my.
I mean,
too.
I'm trying to pace around. I'm trying to pace around the space, and Lala was in the way. So I had to say, "Get that cat out of here."
That's perfectly.
Otherwise, you're gonna crunch on its tail.
Yeah. Who wants that?
Luna, my cat, is extremely right up in your face. No matter who you are, no matter if you're a stranger. Sixten was over at my house just today. He was visiting the UK, and he was like, "Hey, can I come over for an afternoon?" I was like, "Yeah, or stay the night." And the cat instantly was like, "Oh yeah, cool. There's a person. I'm not in any way scared." And I'm like, "You're gonna be in trouble if you ever meet a nasty person outside, because you're just too trusting. You're too pure. You're too innocent. You go up to them, you purr immediately. You're too nice, and she doesn't even struggle if you pick her up. If I was a supervillain, I could pick her up and put her in a vat of boiling lava, and she wouldn't even realize what was going on."
We got some new downstairs neighbors because I live in a duplex, and the bottom half of the duplex was empty for a little while because the old people moved out. But we got some new ones maybe a month and a half ago, and it's three people. There's a husband and a wife and another guy who I guess is their friend or something, and they have a cat. The cat's name is Queen. I saw the cat one time. She seemed fine.
Yes, Queen.
The wife and the friend seem perfectly fine. They're perfectly friendly. Don't see him that much, but when we do, it's hey, the husband seems like the biggest fucking dick. The husband is an asshole. The husband will complain about noise at when we're not even doing anything weird, and at a time that is not even late and not not even disruptive or anything. We were working out in the basement. We were working out in the basement at 6 or 7 p.m. Right? So the weight's hitting the ground, and he comes down and is you guys hey, I really appreciate you guys need to keep it down here. And he came up another time on a Saturday night at maybe 10:30 p.m. and was some of us have work in the morning or something. I mean,
I get it, but what are the?
Okay,
you live in a shared space.
And then another time, I was coming out the door. At 10 p.m. on a Saturday. Come on, that's not crazy. And I'm coming out the door, and he's there. I think he's taking the garbage out or something. And he's coming in, and I give him a very friendly. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he makes no eye contact. Deliberately avoids looking at me.
Maybe this is a one-time thing, and he was just at that moment occupied in his brain or something, possibly, maybe. None of
us have any. None of us that live here have had any good experiences with that guy.
Fair enough.
He's bad news. He's a troublemaker. And we have to roll him up in a blanket and throw him off a bridge. Is what I'm saying.
Well, it's the right move.
At least he's in a blanket.
At least we know what we have to do.
Ben,
and that's it. That's my story.
Well, Ben, I have something I wanted to share with you, Ben. I think you'll appreciate it, and everyone else will too. I mentioned Metroidvanias earlier. There is a new kid on the block when it comes to Metroidvanias. I've only dabbled a little bit. I played a little bit this morning, but I've been very interested for a long time. Okay, cast your gaze on a couple of these images that I'm posting here. This is from a game called Blasphemous. And basically, the Orthodox boys,
Oh my
it's
God.
time to assemble. Our time has come. It's time to praise God and lash ourselves. Okay, so this game...
Okay, this looks wicked cool.
It is incredibly cool.
You look like a big boy.
Just look at it. Look, I'm posting an image right here. This is after you beat the first boss at the beginning of the game. So here's what you do.
Is he a big boy? He looks like a big boy.
He's a normally sized human. He's not particularly large.
Oh, okay.
But he fights boys that are real big.
Wait,
Okay,
is this the new From software?
No, it's by these guys. I want to say 17th Street Studios. This is their first game, I believe. So they're new kids on the block with a lot to prove. They're getting some press, and I've been liking it so far.
A funny note, like I've seen this before, but only once on my Twitter timeline when someone was calling him daddy.
Okay, I mean, he's pretty daddy. He's authoritative. I could see him, being my new dad. Pleasing my mom the way she hasn't been pleased since dad died. Look forward to that. But this is... So here's the scoop, lads. You start off this game, you're in a pile of these guys, whatever. You get up and you keep going. You've got this cool cone head. Never fear, everybody. It's not a KKK thing. This is like a Spanish church thing. Don't freak out.
Let me put your mind at ease about the whole about the KKK question. The KKKQ.
Oh,
for short.
that's the one. So this guy, he does swordsman things, whatever. Okay, this is like the most orthodox Catholic shit. He's called the penitent one, and it's all about experiencing pain for your sins. So the first thing you do is you go and you fight a boss. You strike him down. He's like a big giant guy. You cut him open. Okay, you see how he's got this big bucket helmet on? Like, he's got a normal head under that. He takes it off. You can't see his face. He fills it up with the blood of the boss that he just slayed. He fills the whole thing up, and then he goes, whoosh, he puts it on over his head, and he's just filled with blood. He just thought this was the right move to make. I don't know why. I assume it's like beneficial in some way.
You haven't told me anything about the game. Is it a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania?
It's a Metroidvania a la, like, by way of Dark Souls. It's got like Estus Flask shit. It's very much like Hollow Knight or Dark Souls. Hollow Knight's a pretty good comparison.
This blood thing is a very Redman-esque thing. I think Redman might review this
game.
Redman,
they should, and him and Redman would be best friends.
Is it out, or is it just...
It's out. It's out everywhere. It's, I was playing it this morning. There was a demo. It's out. I mean, it's a Metroidvania. I've only played maybe like an hour or two, maybe. It's super duper fun. I love it. So far. I can't speak that it's great. Apparently, it's reasonably short, but it's just so orthodox, so, like, everything you do is about how, like, you're sinners. You need to harm yourself and lash yourself and bleed the blood to praise. I mean, it's not specifically, like, Catholic. It's, like, kind of pseudo non-shit. And I'm not actually religious, but the aesthetic is sick, so...
This looks so fucking cool.
It is
I'm watching the trailer
cool.
right now.
Yeah, it's dope as hell. So, I've been loving it. I think everybody should get into it.
How much on Steam?
Shit, I don't know. I think I paid $20. Let me see. Blast.
20
I bought it on Switch.
Fuck it. I'll wait till it goes on sale.
Good plan. I'm just curious, how much fucking was this thing? I don't even know. I just knew I wanted it. It might have been like $30-$40. And I can't remember. Okay, doesn't matter. Point is, I felt it was worth it, and I've been very much enjoying it, and I knew you'd be into it based on the scene, based on the visuals. But I mean, yeah, feel free to wait for it to go on sale or whatever. That's it. That's my game recommendation for the day. Looks dope. This is not a full review, people. Just letting you know. I played like an hour, but it looks dope. Okay,
all right.
That's me.
Excellent.
That's me on Blasphemous. We could go to voicemails.
Shit.
I'm just throwing it out there. We could do it if we wanted to.
I mean, I guess.
No, I got one more thing to talk about.
Sure. Okay.
Let me find the image. I have been drawing, like on stream, draw streams. Those are still going well. Every weekday
every day?
on twitch.tv/giveandtake if you want to see me draw something. I've split it up now. Now I'm doing rendering study on Fridays, and this is the first one. Turned out pretty good, I think. It's quite a big image.
Oh yeah, I saw that before.
You literally cut out for me. I didn't hear what you said.
Image.
Oh, did you draw that?
Image.
Did you? Oh,
I drew it.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's
No.
really good.
Yeah, I was really proud of it.
From scratch?
Anything like that before?
Huh?
Look at the lighting on the hand.
Like from
Yeah, it's
scratch?
No, I mean I was copying images, but I was trying to
but
get
like-
the yeah from scratch.
Oh, that's so cool.
The
I like
hand was actually like one layer. I forgot to have layers on the hand. I just kept like adding like like low opacity, like
I really-
airbrush.
I like the depth of
thingies.
field as well for the hand.
Oh,
Like how you like the
I like
finger
how, like,
furthest away
okay.
is so blurred.
You can see that like the light is kind of coming through the skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
amazing.
It's advanced. These are advanced techniques.
You suddenly
I didn't
just one
expect-
got here.
I mean, I didn't expect to be like, I'd never really sat down and tried this. I've done paintings before. I've done like stuff like this in school, but like, it's really just you know, you look at it and you're like, what does it look like? It doesn't look like that. Let's change it here and change it there. And
Yeah.
Do
No,
me
layers
a,
are
do
for
me a solid.
pussies.
Draw a
Hey.
close-up in
Like
this
me.
style of Pump's face. I want to see those pumpkin seeds. I want to see that candle in there. I want to see it all.
her
I
seed,
wanna see the
she
hair.
doesn't have seeds.
That'd be dope.
She's a pure maiden.
Or maybe just do a
She had-
pumpkin next time and then
Whoa.
cut up the thing.
Awesome.
Ooh,
I made a slime-mead version.
Oh,
of it.
that's so good.
That feel
I
when
choked.
touch slime.
Choked on my spit a little bit.
This is like
Birth
a god.
of a
or-
slime boy.
This image, literally, Adam touching God. You know,
Yes.
0 BC or whatever. This is
Yeah,
what happened.
this is a branching timeline. Actually, there's like two things that could happen. He could have had an apple, or he could have had slime.
Nah. This man went
That's,
for slime, and it was
That's
a
the
wise
difference
move.
between Dimension 1218 and Dimension C197.
There it is.
Magi-Chan does not take the threat of slime seriously.
No.
Okay, but it will be to his ruin, right? Because when the dimensions merge, right, the slime boys they're gonna be out in force, right? I don't know if they can stop. You know, Chris is so confident that all the Sonichus and him and all the or her and all the deities and whatever all the fucking superheroes that are gonna like they think they can stop the slime. But I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Did you
I guess
see?
we'll see.
I mean, that big
I,
screed
for one,
that
am
was
terrified.
posted about coming
What?
back from the
What?
There was a big, I believe it was like a 4-page like Twitter story. It might have been on Chris's. It might have been on Magi-Chan's. I'm looking right now to see if I can find it.
Yeah, I was just talking about
okay, that's
that.
what you're
that
okay,
Magi-Chan
okay.
announced that he has physically come to Dimension 1218.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
And that the purple blur is him.
I mean, in
perhaps.
that, it was described that I mean, maybe this is already known, but that I believe the word omniscient was used, and so, I mean, I assume that they're seems pretty confident that slime is not going to be a hassle, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, better men than Magi-Chan and Sonichu have fallen to the slime. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed. Don't want to underestimate it.
Also, here's a red man image. Just to show you the
one.
breadth of my artistic abilities, I can do this guy, I can do this hand, and I
Yeah.
can do that hand.
He's
We
pointing
should
at
have
you.
that-
That's the
He's pointing at himself, the little red man at the top. I love it.
yeah.
This is another one you could do. Oh, he is pointing. You could have another one of this Adam hand reaching out to touch Red Man's finger.
Oh my
for a
God.
little pokey poke, finger on finger action. That's sounds
Red Man's
good.
looking pretty kawaii right here. He's pretty
Yeah,
adorable.
he's a cute boy. I was thinking of having him be like the bottom right like character on screen for like, I don't know, a review show. But I wouldn't make the review show. I just wanted to draw Red Man as if he were.
Yeah.
Do a 1 minute long review of Blasphemous by Redman and just have him be like, this is the most bloody game ever. I love it. It's like, fuck Bloodborne. Oh, I was gonna say fuck Bloodborne. That's pussy blood shit. Blasphemous. Now we're talking real blood amounts. And yeah, it's great. It's great.
And he's pointing at it and he said, "There it is."
There's blood. I love
There's
it.
the blood. I can
His
see some.
famous catchphrase, there's blood.
There's blood.
Everybody loves
I
it.
will get blood.
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go to
so I'm-
voicemails. Let's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Voice-
yeah, great art.
voice
Everybody
time.
take a look. Look at all those. Look at Blasphemous. Look at
I'm still watching
Kickstarter.
this slime. I'm just watching it flow.
It's a peaceful image. It fills me with joy.
Makes me hungry.
I just want to put my mouth at the bottom of this stream of slime and just let
Like
it all
right
flow.
below the cutoff of the image is me with my mouth open and it's flowing in.
All right. Well, you know what? I did
And
prepare.
that's canon.
I prepared like 10 voicemails. They were of decent quality. They're all something to appreciate. So let's just jump into those and we can take our time. Yeah. All right. So let's go. SpeakPipe link people down below. Leave us voicemails. Good stuff. And let's start off with eat my entire ass with a voicemail. Let's jump into it. Here we go. Go.
So, I've been doing some thinking. what is the autism power level of the PCP? We have the obvious choice being Devu, who we all know as I think he said himself that he's autistic, or people have said so. But what is the ranking? Who is the most autistic? I think a lot of people might want to put themselves at the top, but as a person who have lived with autistic people, work with autistic people, are constantly around autistic people, I feel like I'm a bit of an expert myself. And I just want to point out one thing, bigger than any other thing, that the most autistic person in the PCP is Nate.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it. I mean,
Well, what good is that without an explanation of why?
He did not give I guess we're supposed to fill in the blank.
He says he's an expert, but then he provides no. That's lame. That's lame, dude. Call back and tell me why.
Yeah,
tell
I do
me
want to
why.
know why. I do want
Give
an
me a
explanation.
point by point.
I mean,
I'm gonna assume it's because, haha, Nate likes numbers and being correct and making sure the facts are straight all the time.
No, you don't. He doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve to have you go and attribute all these facts and logic to what he said. No.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
As for who has the most autism, it's clearly DigiD.
I mean, I was thinking, I thought he was going to go
it's
straight
clearly
for Digi.
DigiD, bro.
I mean, Digi
Devu's
identifies as autistic.
Devu's more autistic than Digi. This might be a hot take. I don't think Digi is as autistic as he thinks he is.
I mean, he's made it kind of an identity at this point. So,
It's just a meme.
Yeah, it's a meme. All right, whatever. Let us know details if you can provide
Well,
them, sir.
I mean, he did eat that shit.
Sorry?
You know, he ate that non-autistic person's shit, and he became less autistic. Remember that?
Oh, the whole, even
though that study was maybe found to be
it was
not
proven to be
substantiated enough.
Whose shit did he eat?
It's someone said.
No, it doesn't matter. Let's move on.
I don't want to know. I really don't want to know.
Okay, great. Because we got Clyde Caliber here with another voicemail. Actually, his first voicemail, probably. Okay, go, Clyde. Take it away.
Sup, PCP? I was just trying to think of a good question, and I've been staring at your
come
logo,
up with
and
one.
I was wondering, what's canonically on that disc? You know, the TPC logo? There's a disc there? What the hell's on it? Is
I don't know,
it
you have...
Digi's secret hentai stash or some shit?
Maybe it's
Okay,
the theme song. Maybe it's the theme song.
Devu. Wait, what? The theme song?
The theme song, yeah. One MP3 of the theme
Nah,
song.
I always thought of it as whatever is on that disc is I forgot to burn this disc. It's empty. I procrastinated on it.
Ooh, I like that. An empty disc, that needs to be filled with data and information. That sounds good. Which represents you, the audience, needs to be filled with our information, our useless, worthless trash.
Yes, it represents you, even though it is literally representing us.
That's correct. That's correct.
It sounds like as good an explanation as any.
Perhaps Devu could provide more insight, but it's open to interpretation. Okay. We got Smearg. Now, it was specified. This is for Munchie. But Munchie, who knows when Munchie's going to be back, because he's a busy boy with school and all that stuff.
Yes, he did say about school taking up all his time.
Figured we might as well, play it now, because who knows when that'll happen. So, okay, here we go. Smearg, go.
Howdy, Smearg here with a basic-ass question.
Welcome.
So, tell me about keeping motivation on long-term creative projects. In my experience, I'll have an idea for a project, I'll dive way into it and burn pretty much all of my free time for the next 2 weeks, maybe a month at most, fully devoted to the project. At which point, I seem to always hit a wall where I either become more interested in pursuing a new project idea, or just burn myself out completely and need a break. So, how do you avoid this? Does it happen to you? Do you feel me on it? Anyway, see ya.
Okay. I was thinking about this. I mean, first of all, I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at maintaining motivation over a long term. Literally, the thing to do, the way to do it, is to make it as not long term as possible.
Yes, true.
And to get it done as fast as you possibly can at any cost.
Just do what I'm currently doing with the Minecraft server right now. Do nothing else with your life. Absolutely nothing.
That sometimes works, depending on what you got
No,
going on.
I agree. when I yeah, because then it gets done. That's how you get it done the fastest, right?
Well, what about? I mean,
sometimes I wish that like I didn't do anything else. Sometimes I kind of am like, oh god, I wish I didn't have to like have friends in real life or do like Twitch streams or record the PCP or do anything else, and then I could just turn off the internet and have literally nothing to do except like work on something for like however many weeks it took.
Strike while the
like
iron's hot.
Everything
do
else
it
in
while
my life
you
would
can.
suffer.
Do it while you
Like
want
everything
to.
else in my life would suffer, but like I would be faster at achieving like the one thing that like I'm focused that I want to get done next, you know?
I don't know. I disagree generally with all that. Like, I mean, the idea of burnout is that you're forcing yourself to do a certain amount in your mind. You're like, oh, I've got to do this, and if you slip up and don't feel like doing it one day, then you crumble and die, and then it becomes difficult to get back on the horse. I think, I mean, I'm not like an expert either, but like, I haven't lost motivation for the things I'm doing, even though they're just coming along very slowly, because I'm not like forcing myself to get so much of it done every day. Like, I have a reasonable expectation of myself. I have a lot of things planned, but like the thing that makes me like die the most is when I have a lot of free time and I have like a choice of things to do and I just don't know how to choose.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough,
That gets me more so than like having trouble starting is like having trouble choosing. So make the choices ahead of time.
Yeah.
And if you don't do them, then it doesn't matter. You had your allocated time to draw a page of this. You failed, but at least you know when you're supposed to next do it. And it's
at least
like,
you know what you failed at.
That's
yeah.
true.
Instead of just feeling like this vague like sense of like you are gonna die one day and you haven't drawn a million things and you're not Hayao Miyazaki and I'm like, shut up. Not everybody can be Mozart. It's too hard.
We should remember probably
Makes
that
sense.
I don't know exactly what Smearg's working on necessarily. Obviously, I know Smearg, a great art boy, but
Smearg sent me a bunch of art RFCK stickers.
give me one. I want one
She
bad.
She designed have you seen them? It's like a cute little graphic of like endless
I love it.
endless war in the middle.
It's so cool.
And then you can see Rowdy Roughhouse and Cop Kill Town on
I want to
Tuesday.
see it.
I've been going around. I've been sticking them on.
Yo, put a picture
just
up for the links. People need to see
Yeah.
this shit.
Oh,
They're great.
Okay, I don't.
You
Shit.
can do it
Well,
later.
I'd have to find the digital image. I stuck them around like Medford, and I stuck them on like Tufts and stuff. I was gonna stick them in downtown because we were downtown yesterday for Munchie's birthday, but I forgot to bring them. But whatever. I'll get them. Anyway, yeah, she sent me like hundreds of them, and I cut a bunch of them out, and I want to sell them, but not for a profit. Just to like cover the cost of production, because I want people to
reasonable.
have like extremely easy. Because I want these in the hands of like everybody.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I want everybody who likes this shit to have like really easy and cheap access, so they can stick them fucking everywhere.
And I'll say
right?
again, there's one thing
Because we've already had, just from like the couple ones, we've already had people join the server just from seeing these stickers around.
That's great. That's perfect. And the one thing you guys should definitely fix, I believe on these stickers it has the Discord URL at the bottom, right?
Or like across the middle.
You guys
kind of, but
gotta
yeah.
get a fucking address that's easy to type in, just so that people don't get scared off by letters and numbers and stuff. I think that would do a lot, personally.
Well,
Just like
there are ways-
slime.com or whatever. That takes you to the Discord. Like you buy the URL.
Oh, like
and
slime.
That,
Okay, well, slime.com is. We've
What if-
looked into custom URLs and
What if though
They're kind of
instead of
all the
that you
good
get a
ones are
QR
taken.
code? You get a QR code for that link.
I have a QR code for
yeah,
for
that's
the
good too.
server.
That's good too.
I mean, the sticker would have to be redesigned. There's a shirt. Actually, you can buy a shirt with literally just the QR code. It's like a black shirt in like a lime green, like fluorescent.
I
Just
like
like the
that.
QR code for the server is just the entire shirt.
Damn, I kind of want one of those. That's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick, actually.
you have a link
I think
to that,
it
give me a
actually
link to
looks
that.
good. Yeah, sure.
What was I going to say? So I was going to say, just to get back on Smearg's question here. Sorry, I'm just writing this down so we don't forget. I was going to say, so Smearg's question about motivation and whatnot was originally, was directed at Munchie. So I think the implication was like Munchie with his doing RFCK stuff seems like the target thing. So like, and that experience is kind of different from what we were talking about up to this point, because the nature of Endless War and stuff is like it's intended to be like a long-term ongoing thing that like, even if you like do all the work and make it your primary focus, just by the nature of that project, you don't really want it to like be all done now. You want it to take a while to like, you know, be rolled out and blah blah blah, do stuff. You want to have like events that people can participate in and all that stuff. So with something like that, I've really like never done something like that. But I would say like that uses a skill that I'm terrible at. I want to do what these guys were saying. My instinct, I want to forget everything, just do one project, as I've said a million times. Like that's like, that would be like the ideal, like just eat raw sugar, just eat raw salt, like pleasure nodes in my brain activating, not best way to operate in life. But really, you need to maintain discipline.
It's a nice idea. I feel like though
I'm not
the idea
it's
of
a
like
bad way to live. But I'm just saying
to work on exclusively one thing is like a very childish idea, because you think in like a binary, like you're doing this and then you're doing that, one or the other. Life is really complicated, and there's always things that come up. There's there's the bills to pay. Yeah. There's the dentist appointment.
Nothing in this
there's
world
the
for free.
There's all sorts of things that get in the way of stuff.
But what is it, Ben?
And
what are you doing?
you have to like plan, like make a plan, but then put like areas in that plan where things can go wrong, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, have days where you don't have anything to do. Like weekends are a good time where you like, it's clear on the weekend, and then during the weekday you have very regimented, clear cut what you're supposed to do at the time. I mean, it doesn't have to be like this hour you need to do this, but like a general like goal for the day is easy to get you started. And then you can juggle multiple projects at once, like alternating which day you're doing it on, and you can still have time for like, oh, in the like a flight of fancy sort of idea hits you, and you have time on the weekend to work on that if you want to. You know, you're not like the thing that really gets me sometimes is when I'm working on a project and this idea comes into my head, like I watch a video and now I want to make videos or something, and I'm like, damn it, this has ruined everything. I'm trying to focus on this thing I'm trying to do, and all these great ideas are coming to me, and I gotta ignore them. I gotta throw them away. I gotta like jot them down for later, maybe. But like, your brain doesn't work like that. Sometimes you just wanna go all loopy-loo and like explore these cool ideas you have, and you gotta have time for that.
It's true. It's true.
Yep.
I was just freaking out because I was looking for Smirg's sticker art, and I found this. I had not seen this one before, but she made a bunch. You made a bunch of these too. The cards, you know, like the redesigned cards for Slime Poker.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the ace, and I saw the ace of killers. I think is the ace of shields, and it's so beautiful.
Ooh,
I'm gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fucking cry. It's so good.
Could you link to like all of them in some way so we could look at like a bunch if they exist? Are they in, like a collection?
Yeah. Well, here's a. There a bunch of them are tagged on the RFCK wiki as RFCK ARDs, like RFC cards.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them are here, but
okay, well that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
These look like the ones Smirg made. Mine.
Mine
are
yours.
theirs.
Some of these are yours.
Some of mine are there. Yeah.
Are any missing?
Doesn't look like it. No, it looks like all of them.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
put it on this link. I'm scrolling. Okay, there's a bunch. All right, dope. Check those out. Let's go to our next voicemail, though. Let me see. This one's from... where the heck did this go? All right, here we go. This is from Craters with Pancakes. Short and sweet. Okay, go.
Quick, a gun to your head. What's your favorite animal?
That's the correct response to when you ask that question. Instantly deceased.
No, fully cool. The last time I tried to answer this, and I said I couldn't think of one, and someone in the it was someone I know in the comments. Might have been Marinpan. I don't know. It was someone I recognized in the comments who was like, "Dude, Ben, I know your favorite anime is fully cool. You've said it a million times." And I was like, "Oh my god, he's right. I forgot my own favorite anime." Maybe it was. I'm sorry.
It's
sorry,
a meme.
Stupid.
I know.
But Karikano. Karikano is really cool.
Curry Kano. I'm not hungry. Thanks for asking. All right, let's go to the next.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Brian David Gilbert on Polygon?
I don't think so.
No.
He's done some pretty good videos for Polygon.
Mm-hmm.
I like his shit. He did a video recently. I don't think it's as good as his old ones, but it's like I made all 78 recipes you can make in not Skyward Sword. Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that floating around.
What'd you think? Was it interesting?
It's all right. It's pretty good. It's not his best. I think his best one is probably the one about like the Mega Man Robot Masters. That one's pretty excellent.
Did the cooking one reveal?
Or no, the one about the one about the Kingdom Hearts. The one about the Kingdom Hearts like story structure is really funny.
Okay, fair enough. Did this by any chance? I'm curious about the cooking. Did that reveal that the mechanic is relatively shallow and that there's only so much point in doing it? I'm just curious if that was the conclusion.
No, not really.
No?
It's basically just. It's just goofy and like it's like, man, the recipe for this like pink like healing drink is like watermelon, radish, and a dragon fruit and milk. So let's just like put those 4 things in a blender and blend them and just drink it and like see if it's any good or whatever.
Oh, I see. I see.
But the thing that stood out to me most about the video is that he grew a mustache and he needs to not have the mustache anymore.
Nah.
He needs to get his old swoopy hair back. He had really cool hair for a while there.
See if you can grab the link to that for the show notes.
Sure.
But okay, let's move on to our next voicemail. This one's calling out BGE. Rutrow. Okay, go.
Calling out Nate Bestman. Can you please never make a Wiagawa promise on the PCP ever again? Thank you. Also start a Nuzlocke next month.
Lol. Maybe I'll do that. I constantly fail these. It's true, and I have loosened my schedule. I've determined that Wiagawa's being strictly weekly is not for the best interest of my channel.
You gotta under-promise and over-deliver, dude.
That's exactly right. Even if you deliver a ton, if you promise more,
that's how it's gotta be.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Okay, duly noted. You got it, Chief. Gonna do my best. All right, moving on. Thick Spanish accent boy. Okay, go.
Hello, PCP. First off, thanks Tom,
Hello.
and thanks Nate for your contribution with the university paper. I passed it on last year.
You're welcome.
So, now to my actual voicemail. Personal drama, but it pays off, I swear. Around 6 years ago, I was in a very dark place in my life. And at that time, I decided, hey, going to Japan will surely solve all of my problems in life, you know? So, flash forward to nowadays, and I sorted my entire life. I got a university degree, I got a wonderful girlfriend, tons of friends, a job. It came to the point that I applied just for the lows to a university scholarship to go to Japan for 4 months. But here is the problem. I actually got the fucking money. I got the scholarship. They are sending me to Japan for 4 months. But I already sorted my life. So why should I go there? I am not quite sure what I even applied for the scholarship. Even more, so I don't even know Japanese. The only Japanese I know is from the fucking hentai I have watched in my life, so I don't know. Am I retarded for doing this? I am going to die. I'm going to die, right? I'm going to die. So,
wait.
Yeah.
So he applied for this scholarship, and then like years later, they get back to him like, "Hey, we're sending you to that thing." But like,
no,
I
think it was.
And stuff?
I think it was like he didn't get it the first time, or something. But then after he sorted his life out, he just sort of like as a joke applied again, and he got it.
Possibly. And everyone knows the only reason to go to Japan is to have a character arc development and to progress. If you're at the end, it's a complete waste of time.
I don't see what the problem is. Like, it's only 4 months. You can go have a cool experience, and then you'll have that to add to your repertoire of things you can say you did.
We all know going to Japan, if it's covered, I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be dope.
Well,
see a new place.
I mean,
you know?
I think so, but like, I mean, I think he would probably have to like quit his job to go away for 4 months.
Wait, he said university. Did he say he has a job?
No, he said job.
He said he's got a job.
Well, shit.
Stuff like.
I mean,
he would have to put his life on hold. For
I mean,
4
he'll
months
probably be away
it.
from his girlfriend for the 4 months, if nothing else. I mean, that's kind of a downside.
Well, I mean,
Probably,
if everything will go to shit if you leave for 4 months, then just don't leave.
mean,
Isn't
yeah.
that not possible?
If that's the issue, then that's an understandable reason to bail.
Best
But
to
now,
let
do
them
you
know
have
as soon
to
as
do it?
possible.
Are you committed to it? Because that
No,
could be an issue.
but I think he's he'd like to do it, but now it would fuck up everything else. That he's
4
got
months
going.
is a long time, but
you can go to you can make if you've got if you've got your shit sorted out, you can fucking go to Japan another time.
I was there for what was it? I want to say,
and it sounds like he doesn't even care about Japan itself, right? It sounds like he's not even it's not like he's oh, I've always wanted to go to Japan. He just signed up for this thing pretty much at random.
It basically
is the impression that I get.
I forget how I want to say I was there for 2 months. Am I wrong about that? I feel like it was 2 months. And it was a great time. And I mean, for me, that's when I had my character arc development. So you're a little bit past that, but there's always room to grow, and seeing a new place is always a good idea. If it doesn't totally fuck up your life, 100% go. You will not regret it. It doesn't matter if you know zero Japanese, because everything there is designed. There's English everywhere. People will help. They all speak a tiny bit of English. They're not great at it, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Go! Fucking go. Unless it ruins your life.
Visit the Bunny Island, the Cat Island, the Deer Island.
Exactly. Yeah. Go to a
all
cat
the animal
cafe.
islands.
Oh, incredible. Go to neat, what's the word? Weeb, Valhalla, Akihabara. Go see everything. Go to the shops. And go to that fucking thing I always talk about, those little off-the-beaten-path curry restaurants where you put your quarters in, your fucking yen tokens, your 100 yen coins in outside. You go beep, boop, boop on the thing outside, then walk in, and the single guy who's running the thing brings you the best curry in the world. That's I dream of it every day. Go live it for me.
Street ramen.
That's good shit too. Get
Street ramen seems cool.
Street takoyaki. I would get so often coming back
If I
from
went
the
to
gym.
Japan, I would actually be pretty excited to try street ramen.
Hell yeah, dude. It's fucking great.
I would break keto just for that.
Oh wow, damn.
I know.
That's
amazing.
That's heavy. All right, let's move on to our next one. We've got Che Guevara's ghost calling in. Thank God, another boy out of commie hell.
This guy doesn't
Let's see what he has to say for us. Go.
Hola, Americanos. Yo soy el Che Guevara y llama desde el infierno comunista. I just want to say us in communist hell are very big fans of the PCP, but whatever you do not let those Mercones, the Castro Mercones, onto your fucking podcast. Other than that, I just like to say, Ben Saint, you're a big hero in lefty communist hell. Very much kudos to you. Yes. I'd also like to say, we definitely need to get those T-shirts down here. We would all wear them.
Okay, gotcha.
We would all hang out with Satan. Once he gets verified, he can wear the T-shirt too. It'll be glorious in communist hell. Yes. I can't wait for the next Christian lecture. That should be interesting when we hear about that. And I really hope that Magic-chan does not take over the world. That would be most unfortunate for all the communists. Anyways, fuck all of you. Go die so you can come join us in communist hell. This is Che Guevara.
There you go. All right. Thanks, Che. Good to hear from you, buddy.
Which shirt is he talking about?
Shit. I think it's the I'm Just Being Cool and the wasn't that the main one?
No, wasn't there a specific one that we joked about making last week?
Oh shit, I can't remember. I think you're right. I can't remember. God damn it.
It was probably I am a communist.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Che Guevara's ghost. You're gonna be
no,
really
we should get a shirt that says "Ask me about my 20 million murdered," or some shit like that.
Wait, you're 20 million what?
Murdered, or 20 million starved, whatever. It's all good. It's all
no, don't make that.
I'm just throwing the means of production.
I'm just seizing the means of production.
Okay,
all
I
good.
like that.
All good.
Che Guevara's ghost. Are you excited for for the stretch goal for the Vapors 2 Kickstarter where I make communism real and redistribute the wealth?
He's gotta be.
Are you fucking excited?
Do you think
I'm fucking excited.
If the dimensional merge happens, does that include hell merging with the rest of everything else? Is that gonna happen?
I doubt it because I gotta imagine that hell is not.
Is it in our dimension?
Hell and heaven must be their own dimensions.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
The dimensional merge is only between dimension C197 and dimension 1218.
Okay.
It's just these two particular ones that are merging.
Do you know why these particular two evolved them? Is there a what's the?
That's a good question, and no, I don't know. I don't know why.
Chris,
I don't know what's causing this.
We could use some info here, buddy.
Chris, call in to the voicemail.
Please leave a voicemail.
Link in the description. And explain why are these two dimensions merging? I know that they are merging, but I do not understand why this is happening. Why am I seeing these weird purple blurs everywhere that I know in my heart of hearts are Magi-chan Sonichu?
What if it's just Mage who's developed super speed and she's just dashing about everywhere? There's the blue blur.
I mean, I pray that that's what it is.
I pray for all of our sakes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. We got this one's weird. It's like they use some weird fonts. It's like Dania, Diania. It's got like umlauts and shit. Dania, I don't know, whatever. Okay, go.
I want to see how it's spelled.
Hey, did anybody else notice how before when you used to write PCP in YouTube, the actual PCP showed up? Now when you do that, just because Joe Rogan became kind of more relevant, every time you see Joe fucking Rogan. Fuck you, Joe Rogan. Go eat a banana dick or something.
Did he take our spot on the YouTube algorithm?
I gotta do a search right now. I always search like the Pro Crastinators podcast to find PCP stuff, because when you just search PCP, which I'm doing right now, my first there's this Viceland thing. I mean, okay, I'm logged in as me, so I get like the PCP lectures on my channel and stuff. But a couple down, I get the yellow episode, which is our most popular episode of the PCP, the Virginity Cast. Ben's lecture's up there. The other lecture, Steven Universe, for some reason, is pretty high. Weird Fetishes. I scroll down, and then I see Everlast tells a PCP story. Joe Rogan clip or whatever. Maybe that's the one he's talking about.
But then there's a gallon of PCP from the Whitest Kids You Know.
That's a good one. That's a classic. And then they were actually talking about the
That's
drum.
been there for a while.
This one always pops up. It's PCP Fencyldine, whatever it's called, What You Need to Know by The Drug Classroom. I always see that one up top. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so feel free to Google. So Viceland's beating us right now. I see the lectures doing pretty well, but we do need to seize the means of search results. So let's do that immediately. Okay, moving on. We got two more. This is, okay, now this is called Get Me Out of Here, but I can tell it's the Teen CP calling in. The individual known only as Teen CP, and also the manager and runner of Teen CP, calling. Let's see what he has to say. Good go.
Data log from the voice jail day. Fuck. I don't know at this point. It's been so long. I was trying to scratch the days into that wall, but they took my knife away after the whole Epstein ordeal. 9/11. Breakout efforts have been futile. My Munchie plan's been thwarted. He hasn't been on either of the last 2 Teen CP episodes. He must have found me out somehow. I can't even get help from my own teen listeners, as without Munchie, they've been tricked into not watching. 3,000 people could easily overpower some boom chair walls, sure, but not 3. I need something, anything. Please, PCP heads, join the Teen CP ranks and get me the hell out of here.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Teen CP. Locked away in the deepest, darkest dungeon of the jail.
In the gulag.
Yep, there's no coming back for you. Your Munchie god has abandoned you. Your Zoomer audience, turns out they were as flighty as I predicted, and they're not in for the long haul. I think you're going to be in there until you are a boomer, until you've aged up out of Zoomerishness.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll let you out when you're one of us.
Exactly. Haha, suffer and die, Teen CP. This is
now
your
we
fate.
play the waiting game.
See you in, I think they're like 13 or something, so we'll see you in like, what's boomer age? Like 20, 25? I don't know.
Yeah, I think 20. Yeah, you turn 20, you're a boomer.
We'll let you out in 7 years or
Munchie's
so.
only got 1 year left. He just turned 19,
That's
so
right.
he's almost over the hill.
He's going to have that, Kids Next Door thing where he either decides to be a secret agent for the kids when he goes, for the Zoomers, when he hits that age cap.
Codename Kids Next Door. Yeah.
Or
man, that's some Zoomer core shit.
I fucking love Codename Kids Next Door. Although, isn't that more boomery? Because it was when we were kids, we watched it, right?
It was my jam.
No, I mean like the idea is that like being young is like so much better than even like slightly being old.
So true. The worst of all are the teenagers. The just past the age. They're the ones who really need to burn. But that is the Zoomers. So Well, I don't know. I guess there's infighting. I wonder how the Zoomers feel about the codename Kids Next Door. Once you're 13,
at least the adults have like a purpose, right? The teenagers are just they believe in nothing. They're just agents of chaos. They're probably voting Biden because he's the safe middle option. They're the worst.
Yeah, you ever think about how like potentially like generations, quote unquote, of people are gonna be like colloquially like shorter and shorter? Like if you're a boomer when you're 20, then a Zoomers are going to start dying out pretty quick, and then the new generation is going to replace them. What are they going to be called? And there's only going to be like a few years difference between them.
I'm hearing talk about Coomers right now. You know, the porn-addicted people, don't like them. I don't know. I don't think they're an age demographic so much as a way of life, but they need to be eviscerated. I don't know. We'll have to just deal with it as the history marches on and let.
What was it? We looked it up, and like the Zoomers are also sometimes called the new lost generation or something.
Is that true? God, I don't.
No, the new silent generation, which like doesn't make any sense.
I don't get that at all.
Because they're really loud.
You could only make that claim in hindsight when you saw that. Like, oh yeah, these people didn't say anything.
Yeah, they're just kids right now.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I don't understand.
Fuck off.
At all.
Whoever made that is I hate them.
All right, we got one last voicemail, and ominously titled, "Not even Clusterpunk can save me now."
Oh,
so let's hear what that has to say. And here we go.
It's a night like any other. I'm driving home from my weekly AA meeting, Anarcho-Fascists Anonymous, when I see the flashing lights behind me and hear the shrill call of misfortune, the sound of a police siren. Fear is injected into my bones as I pull over to the shoulder of the road, my heart beating in my throat. I knew I was done. I knew I had shit in my car that could end me. The police officer looms over my window and shines his light in my face, and as he does, he notices my dilemma. "Out of the car, boy," he says in a deep, booming voice. I comply, and he throws me to the ground, my head hitting harder than Nate's high dive. "What is that?" he yelps, dancing his flashlight on the connected Bluetooth device on my dash. "It's PCP," I cry, tears running down my baby face, his knee on my back. He looks down at me, a wicked look in his eyes. "Listening to the PCP, huh, boy? You don't look like a rowdy," he says, bringing his face closer. "You look like a killer, a cop killer." My penis shrinks to the size of a raisin, and I soil my pants. "No, sir, it's not like that," I whimper almost inaudibly. "Ah, and what's this?" he asks, taking out a bottle of fuel and a receipt from my car. Looks like a recent donation to patreon.com/Ben Saint. "Oh, and you're drinking and driving, huh? A Huel?"
Oh, no.
He cuffs me and hauls me to the back of his car.
10 years right
The
there.
street lights briefly illuminate the side of his car, and as he throws me in, it says PC Police. Before I can begin to beg, he cuts in. He cuts in and says, "You're going where all degenerates belong, boy. You're going to wish you were in voice jail rather than this jail. Please help me."
Wow.
Oh man, sad end.
Yeah, that's a bad end.
Fight the power. Fight the power, dude.
What jail is he in? What did he say? What jail he was?
It's just real jail as opposed to fake jail.
Just regular jail.
You know.
Well, he's the PC police, so maybe he's taking him to the PC
penitentiary,
jail?
the PC
prison.
The PC penitentiary.
Yeah. Where all true criminals go. Ooh, there's no coming back. I like to think that this policeman, he's not like working for the PCP. This man's on patrol for PCP heads of all stripes. They have to be locked away.
Because we're the reason people are dying, so they had to make a new division.
Just like the undead asylum in Dark Souls, the same logic. They're all infected.
I really like how, he says, "What's that?" It's PCP, and he immediately assumes the podcast.
Yeah,
rather than the
I was
drug.
thinking that as well.
Bluetooth device. He's drinking. Okay, he's first of all listening to the PCP. That's a 5-year minimum right there. Drinking Huel. That's a 10-year minimum right there.
Drinking while driving.
That's transhuman shit we don't abide. He's a receipt for a donation to patreon.com/BenSate. That's 20 years minimum right there. We can't. Communism failed, and we're not going to try it again. That's all there is to it.
He's driving under the influence of digital influencers like the PCP.
No. There's no coming back from this.
But you know what? In the end, he was just being cool, and that's all the reason they need to fucking cuff him.
Indeed. And if you want this to be you, lads and ladies, why not head over onto patreon.com/theprocrastinators. $1. You're in the Discord. $5. You get 29 bonus episodes. Another one coming soon at the beginning of the next month. What a deal. Or more. And maybe one day some kind of Minecraft bonus as well. Look at those fucking vote things that we're going to have down below. Let us know what you think about them. And follow us at TP Crastinators on Twitter for updates and stuff, polls and whatnot, so you can see what we're up to. And, of course, the SpeakPipe link down below. Be like Not Even Clusterpunk Can Save Me Now, and leave quality voice messages to enhance the quality of the show. And that's it. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you next week. I had a beautiful time, and I hope you did,
Good
too.
talk, everybody.
Yep, no doubt.
Good chat.
Bye!
Bye!
Yeah. I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to